Hello everyone, my name is MrHurriicane. Welcome back to the Minnesota Gophers Dynasty. Big Ten play is underway tonight as the Gophers face the Maryland Terrapins. The Gophers are off to a 2-0 start and are still ranked number 5 in the country. They beat UAB last week 24-17. The Gophers are on the road to face Maryland, who are 1-0 after a victory against UTSA, but they lost 2 key players in that victory for the season, including starting tailback Marquise Allen. The Gophers will receive to begin the game, and Week 3 is underway. It's Brandon Jones from 3 yards deep. Between the hash marks, Jones making some moves there, zigzagging his way for a 28-yard return. And here is the Gopher offense led by Tim Gallagher. 311 yards and 2 passing touchdowns against the Blazers last week. First down and 10 Minnesota, 3 wide. TJ Jackson to his left, Gallagher on first down. Stepping up as the pocket collapses and down goes Gallagher. The offensive line has been a big story already this season, both in pass protection and in run blocking as Jackson gets nothing, although that was due to a blown receiver block. Third down and 12 against the blitz. Gallagher stands tall, fires deep for Clint Porter, who makes the catch in Maryland territory. 31 yards from Gallagher to the sophomore Clint Porter. That was a cover 2 blitz, and the Gophers had a perfect counter for it. Now at the Maryland 45-yard line, Jackson gets the call, stays on his feet, but is brought down shortly thereafter. It's a gain of 2. Split backfield with Jackson and Chauncey Thornton. Second down, Gallagher. He's floating out to the right. Pass is complete to Nick Wilkerson. At the 30-yard line, it's a 14-yard conversion. Inside the 25-yard line, Gallagher back to the air, complete underneath, and Wilkerson moves the sticks once again. The motion man is Randy Rodriguez. A little triple option here as Gallagher calls his own number, and he'll get 9. The best triple option they've ran this season. Oh boy, it's the diamond package back in full form as Grigsby can't convert. The fullback is denied. Stacking the box to stop the run. Now third down, Thornton gets the call, and he's wrapped up shy of the marker. On 2nd and 1 and 3rd and 1, the Gophers fail. Minnesota leads 3-0 here in the first quarter as we see the Maryland offense for the first time. Gophers have 8 in the box. Terrapins run. It's Jason Whitworth who meets Calvin Hall after a gain of 5. Whitworth is the replacement for Marquise Allen, and now an option. Here's Whitworth on the edge. Stiff arm on LaShawn Smith, and he moves the chains. A good first impression here from Whitworth. Now passing for the first time, the lefty Mario Fields deals left to DeMarcus Scott, and that's good for 8. Terrapins approaching midfield. Fields on second down throws short to Peters, who breaks the tackle and moves the chains into Gopher territory. Trips left for Maryland. Play action, and Fields lost his footing. Maybe Ricky Jack got a piece of him. He's the one who gets the credit there. Motion man left to right. They go 2-by-2 on third down. Fields complete. DeMarcus Scott, and he's denied the first down by a solid Calvin Hall tackle. Fourth down Terrapins. It's now a long field goal try. From 56, the kick is up and good. It stays inside the left upright, and we're tied. Both offenses have good moments on their first drives, but end with 3 points. Now on 1st and 10, down goes Gallagher. Unblocked defender on the blitz, Taylor Davis. 2nd and 17 now, blitz again. Gallagher outside to Porter, who hangs on for a 13-yard connection. Now 3rd down and manageable. Gophers with 3 receivers. Dump off, TJ Jackson first down and brought down after a gain of 7. Jackson leads the team with 11 receptions on the year. Now we have Gallagher moving to his right, and off balance he's got James in Terrapin territory, sprinting inside the 40. It's a 24-yard play for Lee James. Again, moving the football well. It's a keeper on the zone read, but Gallagher is forced to slide and only gets 1. Already in the second quarter, it's a toss to the edge, and Grigsby can't get the block for Jackson, who is denied. Loss of 1 on the play. Gophers still struggling to get any sort of run game going. Now 3rd and 10, Gallagher converts to Lee James. Great job by Gallagher against the blitz. Marcus Williams, the motion man. It's a sweep, and Jackson is brought down from behind, but he got 5 on first down. That's all we need. Now facing third down, another blitz is sent. Gallagher lobs and is almost picked off by Todd Jenkins. He thought he had Marcus Williams, but Jenkins was there in zone coverage and almost made a falling back interception. Another Gopher field goal makes it 6-3. First and 10 for Fields. Rush picked up, and he's got Peters down the middle, inside the 35. It's a 44-yard play to Tony Peters. LaShawn Smith jumped it, tried to knock it down, and came up empty. Maryland gets the big play, and they're already in business. Fields down the middle again to Marcus Scott, and that's a red zone trip for the Terrapins. Passes of 44 and 23 on this drive. Now it's Whitworth, but Mackey's there, and Whitworth doesn't get very much. Minnesota trying to hold its third down and 6. Fields from the pocket. End zone and picked off by LaShawn Smith. And he's going to return this to the 10, 15, and brought down at the 20. Smith gave up the 44-yard play earlier, but he more than makes up for it here with the end zone interception. He played that pretty shallow too, and Fields thought he could get it over his head. Minnesota's 3-point lead is still intact. Gallagher back to work. Chase left, dump, caught, one-handed catch by Wilkerson. It's a 1-yard gain, that's all. The catch was nice though. Third down and 9 now with 4 receivers for the Gophers. Gallagher with time and complete. James comes through again to move the chains. James has continued to develop as a reliable receiver for Minnesota. Now trying to get the ground game going again. What a hit there as Jackson gets 6. Third down and inches. They failed in this situation earlier, but this time Jackson converts. Gain of 3. With a new set of downs, here's the Wildcat, T.J. Jackson, the quarterback, and a jet sweep. The speedy Brandon Jones on the outside to the 30. One man to beat, and he's brought down at the 10. The longest run of the year for Minnesota. It was previously 14 yards. Now it's 48 for Brandon Jones. Quite the spark by Jones, now against the blitz. Gallagher under pressure, and that was dangerous. Lucky that wasn't picked. Then the Gophers find the end zone, third down and goal. 4-man rush. Gallagher under pressure as the edges got to him, and that's a sack. Both tackles were beaten sink, and Maryland forces another field goal. 9-3 Minnesota in a game featuring no touchdowns. Maryland has some time to answer back as Mario Fields hits Nelson Bates for 8 yards. A minute 20 left to go. Terps with 2 timeouts. Plenty of time. Rush picked up, and Fields has Marcus Sledge in Gopher territory. That's a 20-yard connection. Again, moving the football well to begin a possession. Now inside 60 seconds. That's Bates again. First down on the right sideline. In field goal range, first down. Davenport breaks through, but Fields has Scott on the crossing pattern. Stiff form on Eric Lemon, and Scott is inside the Gopher 15. They spread the field here in the red zone. Fields on first down. Dump off Whitworth, and he's fighting forward to the 9-yard line. That's about 4. Again in the pistol, second down. And the rush gets there as Fields is thrown down by Tony Hunter with his team-leading 3rd sack. Now it's a third down and 12 for the Terrapins. Another 4-man rush is sent as the dump-off goes to Whitworth, and he just steps out of bounds. So it looks like the first half is going to end without a touchdown as Maryland tacks on 3 to make it 9-6. The big difference in this game was the LaShawn Smith interception in the end zone, and the Gophers lead 9-6. Both offenses have moved the football, but neither have finished a possession. And the second half is set to get underway as the Gophers lead Maryland 9-6, and the Terrapins will have the football to begin the half. As I mentioned prior, both teams have moved the ball well. They can cross the 50, no problem. But in the red zone, defenses step up. First and 10, Whitworth doesn't get much against this stout Gopher run defense. On second down, Fields back to the air, and he fires right to Tony Peters, who makes the catch and is tackled by Hall after a gain of 7. 2 tight ends left on third down. They go to Whitworth off tackle, who has the edge and picks up the first down. Great blocking there on the outside by Maryland. McFarland, the tailback now, he carries on first down, and Greg Kelly stops him after a short pickup. On second down, motion man right to left, and Whitworth takes this inside right into Josh Mackey. Every week he lays hits like this. I don't know how running backs hang on to the football. It's 3rd down and 5. Fields back to the air against a 4-man rush. Outside with the lob and almost picked off. LaShawn Smith should have had his second, and Maryland will punt. Still 9-6 as the Terrapins stack the box against Minnesota, and Jackson on the counter gets about 3. It's very weird seeing the run game struggle like this. Throwing now, and Gallagher has nobody open, and the protection breaks down. He lost 11 yards. Maurice Coleman, their star edge rusher, gets the sack. On 3rd and 18, just a jet sweep to Speedy Lee James, 15-20, and he can't get any further. Minnesota will punt it back. Neither team crossed the 50 on their first second-half possession. Maryland back on offense, and Fields hits DeMarcus Scott for 16 yards. 2 tight ends now. Fields back to pass with extra protection, and a man open downfield. It's Marcus Sledge. He beat Ronnie Osborne with a great release, and it's a 38-yard play. Look at that. The jam completely failed for Osborne. Now just outside the red zone, play fake, dump off, it's Mills, who is tripped up and gets about 7. 3rd down now for the Terrapins. They're 1 of 5 on 3rd down. 5-man rush. Fields dump off, and Mills can't make the grab. Hit delivered by Osborne. It's 4th down, and another field goal attempt is coming up. A pretty short kick this time as the game is tied at 9 apiece. Neither offense has found the end zone. We're seeing more of the same here in the second half. Both teams one-dimensional and can't get much going in the red zone. 9-9 as Brandon Jones fields from the 1. He starts up the middle, now angles outside. Jones to the 40. He's in Terrapin territory. Foot race up the sideline for Brandon Jones, and he wins. Touchdown, Minnesota. 99 yards for Brandon Jones. It took special teams for someone to finally reach the end zone. Jones is now responsible for both of Minnesota's longest plays. Finally a touchdown at 16-9 Gophers. Maryland ball, a quick bubble out to Burns, who gets a couple blocks and is sprung for a gain of 15 to start the possession. Maryland's pass game has done a pretty effective job in this game as Fields dumps it off into Marcus Scott. Again, he works the middle very effectively. There's 9 yards. Again approaching midfield from the eye. Fake to Whitworth. Fields going sideline. He's got Tony Peters, who steps out shy of the 30. Again, the Terrapins effortlessly work their way inside Minnesota territory. Whitworth on the ground this time. Can't get much. It's Ronnie Osborne on the stop. And we have another 3rd down. Terrapins need 6. And Bates makes the catch and converts. Maryland now in the red zone. Can they break through for the first time? 1st and 10, McFarland counter right, and he can't get outside Josh Mackey, gain of 3. It's another red zone 3rd down for Maryland against the blitz. Fields complete to Burns, but I don't think he converted. Tackle made by Calvin Hall, and indeed, Maryland is forced to kick again. Their 4th field goal on the day, and they're trailing by 4. We've seen more of the same from Maryland here in the second half. Minnesota has not posted a yard yet, partially due to that kickoff return for a touchdown. 1st down, TJ Jackson. He lost the football, and the Terrapins have it. Maryland forces their first turnover of the day. It's Jackson's first fumble of the season. Now with this Minnesota defense definitely tired, it's been quick possessions, a kickoff touchdown. Does Maryland break through now? Tony Peters with another catch. 1st down, Maryland. They're in the red zone for the 4th time today. Whitworth trying to go off tackle, but Walker makes the stop after only 2. The defense gets a much-needed stop as we have moved to the 4th quarter. Whitworth again on the carry and only a gain of 2. 3rd down, Maryland. We've seen the situation many times today. Gophers blitz, Fields end zone, nearly picked off by Calvin Hall. Incomplete. Fields thought he had Burns for 6, but Hall makes the great play, and the Maryland offense stays on the field. Not settling this time. Fields outside and nearly picked off the hands of Ronnie Osborne, and the Terrapins turn it over on downs. The aggressive call by Maryland backfires, and Minnesota starts this drive going backwards. Gallagher sacked for a loss of 9 by Taylor Davis. Chauncey Thornton in the game once again. Gallagher steps up, and it's all he can do to avoid a safety. Nearly a huge play for Maryland, and now 3rd and 24 from the 1. They have to avoid the safety. Thornton does. He gets outside. He's got a chance here to the 20 and shoved out a yard shy. Almost a huge conversion for Thornton, who is in the game because of Jackson's fumble. Maryland gets the ball back, but still trailed by 4. Whitworth trying to get outside, but Ricky Jack is there, and Whitworth lost 1. Maryland has not had much of a ground game in this one. Now they go empty, needing 11. Fields complete. It's Kyle Burns. Gets a couple blocks. There was a big pack of players there in the middle. Burns gets 13. Minnesota sends Lemon on 1st down. Off play fake, Fields fires sideline for Sledge, and he leaps to make the catch in between 3 defenders. Perfect throw by Mario Fields, and a great job hanging on by Sledge. They're in Gopher territory again. Whitworth redirecting and brought down after a short gain by LaShawn Smith. Facing a 3rd down and 3. They go play fake again. Fields going deep, has a man open and overthrew him. Again looking for the Kyle Burns touchdown. Instead it's 4th down. They're going for it again. They need 3. Fields wants the screen, and he's sacked before it gets set up. The Gophers get another turnover on downs. Maryland down by 4, passed on 2 field goals here in the 4th quarter. And the Gophers hang on to their lead. Can they get something going? Here's Thornton with the best run perhaps by a running back today for Minnesota. 8 yards. Grigsby in motion. Thornton trying to find a lane, and he can't. Only a gain of 1. 3 minutes to go in the game. Now Gallagher back to pass, and the rush got there just as he threw it. Incomplete. Clock stops. 4 receivers on the field for Minnesota. Gallagher with extra protection. He's got time, and a man open. It's Jones, but he can't get the 1st down. That gain of 7 does make it an easier field goal. So here is Shane Wood from about 47. From right hash, Wood makes this a 7-point game in the 4th quarter. Maryland now has 2 minutes to do what they have not been able to do all game. Reach the end zone. They've turned the ball over on downs their last 2 possessions. 1st and 10 Maryland. Fields complete. Marcus Sledge on the reception. The drive starts with a gain of 7. Terrapins now go empty. Gophers send 4. Fields throws middle and complete. Marcus Sledge. He got the ball just past Josh Mackey, and Sledge picks up 20. Sledge was shaken up after that play. He's now on the sideline. 1st down, dump off. Whitworth doesn't get much, and that will keep the clock moving. Still 3 timeouts left for Maryland, nearing the 60-second mark. Lob outside, caught by Scott. Again, short gain, and now they use their 1st timeout. Just a 3-man front for Minnesota. On 3rd and 4, Fields to Scott, and Vincent Walker jars it free. Incomplete. 4th down, Maryland. That's how Vincent Walker plays pass defense. And now Maryland facing another 4th down. From the pocket, Fields passes incomplete. Calvin Hall with the hit on DeMarcus Scott, and Maryland turns it over for the 3rd drive in a row. Minnesota's offense takes over, and they are just taking a few knees. Now they can't run out the entire clock here. Maryland is now out of timeouts. They'll have 1 more play. Maryland needs a 68-yard touchdown here. Last play of regulation. Fields under pressure and incomplete. Hit by Greg Kelly. Game over. Minnesota wins 19-12 here in their Big Ten opener. It definitely wasn't a pretty win, but the Gophers move to 3-0 on this young season. Player of the game has to go to Brandon Jones. He scored the game's only touchdown and provided a 48-yard run on a Wildcat jet sweep. Jones played well and will also praise the Gopher defense. They didn't allow a touchdown. They took the ball away on 1 interception and forced 3 turnovers on downs. They held the Maryland run game in check, but did give up too many passing yards, too many big plays, and Maryland just started off every possession, it seemed, with ease. It looked like every drive that we were going to be in trouble, but eventually we recovered on our side of the 50 and played well when it was most critical. Offensively, however, our struggles have resurfaced. We're not running the football well at all. We've become a very one-dimensional offense that doesn't have a great pass-blocking offensive line. One thing I didn't like in the first couple games, and even kind of today, was that we were so reliant on big plays. We didn't score an offensive touchdown in this game. Last week against UAB, we scored offensive touchdowns when we had big passing plays to work us down the field. We had two 51-yard plays and then a long 48-yarder, I believe, to TJ Jackson against UAB. We have a lot of big play ability, but we haven't really been a big play offense because we were so efficient in the past and combined a pretty good passing game with a very reliable running game. The running game is no longer here, and it's hard to sustain a passing game with the offensive line play, so we may need to embrace the big play nature of the offense and try to create more of those. They're riskier plays, but it may be the best way for us to actually succeed on offense, especially when you consider how good our defense is. We may be able to get away with some more aggressive play calling that we haven't really seen before with this team. We either have to get good at creating more big plays, or we have to do a better job with a quick pass offense. We run a lot of intermediate stuff because we have good route runners on this team. The guys can catch. That's where Lee James, Nick Wilkerson, and Clint Porter can succeed. Can we turn this into a quicker style offense? We might. Let me know what you think down below in the comments section. Is the key to fixing this offense focusing more on the quick pass offense, or creating the big plays that have definitely helped us through the first 3 games? I look forward to your comments down below. Now, Minnesota has just gone through their bye week. We're 3-0, and in week 5, the Gophers take on the Rutgers Scarlet Knights in their second Big Ten game. We're still a couple games away from our mid-season clash against Clemson. Let's hope we can strengthen our offense before that matchup is here. That's it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Comment below your feedback on today's victory and the team moving forward. How can we get better? Subscribe if you have not done so already, and I will see you guys when the Gophers take on Rutgers. Finally, our first home game of the season. I'll see you then. Have a great day.